Imagine this: there is a man, and that man is living in Saint Petersburg in a basement. He hasn't left that basement in years. He is sick, he is spiteful, and he knows that he is sick and he is spiteful. He is also known as the most intelligent person in the room, in any room, and that is basically the problem. He's so the man, the spiteful, the sick man, also the smart man. He's thought about everything so deeply, so thoroughly that he can no longer do anything. Dostoevsky called this the underground. And I think most of us live there now. Most of us live in the underground. So, the underground man's problem is not that he's stupid. It's that he's too conscious. He's way too conscious. He has a consciousness, which is a weakness on most people. Anyway, the more he thinks, the less he can act. The more he analyzes every single move before he makes it. And that's one reason. That's the reason why it won't work, why it's pointless, and why it makes him look ridiculous. Does it sound familiar to you? I don't know. So we research we research things instead of starting them. We plan and plan and plan instead of doing the things, and we understand ourselves very perfectly that we don't change anything. You know? Yeah, so Dostoevsky basically says that intelligence without action is a prison. Is its own prison. It's your prison, and you build the bars of that prison yourself. Okay? So yeah, basically Dostoevsky imagines a perfect world, and he calls that perfect world the Crystal Palace, obviously, where everything is provided, every need is met, every problem is solved by pure logic, right? And in the Crystal Palace, 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is obviously uh, a fair sum, a realistic sum in real life as well, and it will always and permanently be 2 plus 2 equals 4. It cannot be 2 plus 2 equals 5. So this equation, this math equation, the underground man wants to destroy this math equation. It's not a broken equation. He just wants to destroy the equation because it works. It properly works. It realistically works. Because for him, in a world where everything is already solved, you are not a person. You are basically a variable, right? So think about the algorithm that tells you which video you have to watch next, what food you have to eat next, how you can feel better. This algorithm is inherently not evil. It's just very good at predicting the average human being, the average person. The question obviously is that are you willing to be average? You know, so that's the question. So here's where this gets uncomfortable. Right? Dostoevsky says humans will destroy their own interests, right? And they will destroy their own interests just to prove that they can destroy their own interests. That self-sabotage isn't always weakness. And self-sabotage is sometimes it's the only proof that you are a free person, that you are free, you're a free human being, and that you have freedom. Now, let's get it into one point. I'm not telling you to ruin your life. I'm basically asking a question that when did you last make a choice because that choice was yours to make, and not because the data said the choice you have to make is an optimal choice. because it was optimal. Right? So the underground man, he has a toothache. He has a painful toothache, and instead of suffering quietly like everybody else does, he does it loudly. He does it on purpose, and he does it. He suffers not to get relief, but to feel something in himself, to feel himself something. I hope that makes sense. So to feel himself feeling something. That's what I wanted to say. It might sound absurd. It does sound absurd, but Dostoevsky here is serious when he was writing this book. So removing your discomfort is basically removing the self, a part of yourself. So every time a system, an algorithm, or something that helps you out, like AI, smooths over difficulty before you can struggle with that difficulty, it just doesn't take the obstacle away, right? It takes the encounter you have with that difficulty and an encounter of yourself with yourself that the obstacle would have required. So yeah, let's move on. So what do you do about this? What do we do? We don't nothing dramatic and nothing you know out of line. But just notice that when a system is making a choice, making your choices, fixing your obstacles or making your obstacles easier for you, notice that when you're living a correct life and you're feeling nothing after living that life, that path is obviously an optimal path given to you. And you should ask yourself that is that path really yours? Are you choosing your own path? Are you asking someone to choose the path for you? So the underground man, he is not a role model. He is not considered a role model. He is a mirror to whoever reads this book. So you were not built for the Crystal Palace, right? You were built for many things, like you were built for contradiction. You were built for the wrong choice at the right moment, the right choice at the wrong moment. You were built for irrational things that were somehow true. And being a whole person, being a whole of yourself, if that makes sense, means choosing the freedom to be wrong over the safety of being right, the safety of having everything solved, uh, your obstacles being easier, right? So, so if this is the thing, if this is the content, more you want to, okay, this is the kind of thing you want more, this is the kind of content you want more, subscribe to the channel, and I am building something here, and next time we dive deeper into things like this.